Hey guys, what is up? So today I'm going to be giving you all the first ever greenhouse update in 2025. Happy New Year, it's January. So as you can see, it's a little bit different because there's actually snow outside. So this is going to be a different video. Just, a little bit of a snow update. First one, I believe. So first off, here we start with the huge Ventrata. Okay, so it's giving me a couple basil shoots. It's been really, really cold. I mean, there's snow outside, but it's giving me these two basil shoots. They're kind of looking, I need to water it, but it's fine. And also the growth point got froze. Like there was frost. That's why there's bubble wrap right here, because the growth point got froze. But as you can see, there's node after node after node. There's even, where is it? Yep, there's a node right here. So I don't know if I'm just gonna let it get just have as many nodes on it as it can. Maybe I'll do that, I don't know, or I'll try and get this main vine back. Here's a Ventricosa, not really doing anything. It's really slow. It's just a Ventricosa. I've got a big cutting at the very end here, which I'll show. Rafflesiana, if you all remember from my other video where I said I forgot to turn on the heater whenever I went somewhere, yeah, this plant's it's been one of the ones, but it's growing back. As you can see, it's gonna take a while, but yep. Here's the Gaia. Gaia's doing actually okay. So this plant, it's starting to do okay. I mean, it's starting to slow down growth a little bit, which is normal for this time of year, but it's fine. Rubigiae Mira, it's actually doing pretty good. I mean, until I accidentally snapped this tendril off of it whenever I was trying to move it. And if you see these little terracotta pots around, don't be worried. I'm not putting plants in those. What I do is I take tea lights and I put them under the candle. See, there's some from last night, because it helps heat the greenhouse, because this little heater, and I have a little heat humidifier right there. Yeah, they don't cut it really, especially on those really cold nights. Like it was 14 and I had to do all of these, so it's working decently. It's kept it above. It's kept it above freezing, and it's actually doing okay. Spectabilis Mira, it's actually, I don't know what it's doing with this picture, but I don't know if it's gonna pop, if it's gonna keep it, but I might not see any new growth like these kind of pictures until the spring. I think it's giving me a basil. Yep. Bill Bailey, it's actually doing really good. It's where's that new picture? It's starting to vine and start to wrap around things, see, and then it's actually wrapped around my Gaia vine or tendril right here. The guy's also starting to give me some of these little baby pictures right here. Actually, the basil's doing better. I mean, it would be if it wasn't so close to the pot, because I accidentally put it too close. So new growth is getting nipped. But these old pictures, like these really big pictures, there's a lot of nectar. I don't think I'm gonna see a picture on this plant for a real long time. It's like, this is the best tendril it's got right now, and then this one, and then there's a new one up here. First ever Ventricosa cutting, another pot right there. It's actually doing okay. I don't know, I'm not seeing anything on it. It was struggling a bit, because you can see with this leaf. So I'm gonna see if I can get it to hold on to like the bars here. But I think there's a little picture. Nope, it's rotten, or it's starting to die. Whatever, it's giving me basils, it's just a spare. Turning it around. Here we have the big old tray of cuttings. They're doing okay. There's even a little baby sundew in here. Took this Bill Bailey out, and this is a rooted Bill Bailey. Need to water it. So we have Ventrata, hasn't given me nothing. Another Ventrata. Gaia's actually, these two are doing okay. Ventricosa. Yeah, these three are Ventricosa, and then these are all Bill Bailey. So this one's starting to go, this one's starting to go, this one got dehydrated because I didn't put it in all the way. Still got a chance, we'll do it. And also, I think if you remember in my last video, I'm fighting fungus gnats right now. So there are these Capensis, this really nice small Capensis that might need a repot here in a few. Maybe I'll do that this spring. Here's some other plants. I have this Bill Bailey and the Ventricosa cuttings. This one's starting to not look as good. I might take that one out. This one's getting dehydrated. So I think the only one might be even this one, or this one right here. This one actually looks really good. Spectabilis Mira cutting, absolutely huge one. It's doing okay. Here's another Spectabilis Mira. This first leaf kind of got stressed, so I mean, it's coming back. Ampullaria Ventricosa. There's a lot of these like little grasses in here, which I have to pull out. I remember it was really bad in the Rafflesiana pot, but it's starting to come back from the cold. And I repotted my Cape Sundew. I know it's just a typical, but it's actually, I like it in this pot, and I'm hoping this moss is going to spread down into this sphagnum so that it looks even better. There's even like a little baby down there, but I'm not going to turn that. So I also cut off a flower, so this spring it's going to flower, and I'm going to have so many capensis, and I love capensis so much. I don't know why I didn't get it sooner. Here's this Spectabilis Mira that I'm going to give to Botanical Chaos, if y'all know him. He's going to trade me a red piranha fly trap for it, and he said in his past live streams that he's going to try and downsize his outdoor collection, so I'm really stoked for that. I'm going on a huge fly trap and Sarracenia kick. Here's a random Alocasia. This was a mystery plant from Carnivoro. I mean, it's giving me a new leaf. I repotted it. I might need to repot it again because I got more moss, or I just fill it in. I don't know if it needs like a moss pole or what. I haven't looked into it too much, but whatever. So here is this big pot of like this free spatulata that I got from my Spectabilis Mira, I believe. And I put them all in here into this like terrarium. There's a little bit of perlite on the bottom. There's a paper towel like doing that, so that it doesn't fall. I also put I cut off a capensis leaf and put it in there so I could see what it does. I might need to water it, but excuse me, it's actually looking pretty okay, like this one and this one. But once these things flower, they're gonna be everywhere. What is it, spatulata seeds? I mean, I can still see some seed leaves starting to come up like right there and right there. I think that might actually be leaf cutting right there. But I fed them like little fish pellets, like not fish pellets, but it's freeze-dried blood worms from my old betas. So, you know what? We're gonna see how this goes. They're just good for spares. Pinguicula or butterwort. I think it's Primiflora because of the little leaves at the end. I don't know what the heck is wrong with this plant. I'm not having a good time with it. So maybe it'll spring up whenever the weather's warmer. But it had a flower. It died. So it's starting to get really small. I think I shouldn't have skipped it out on dormancy, but it's caught a few fungus gnats, which is helping. And here's like the little divisions. This really big one right here died. It had another little baby on it, but I don't know. It's even little moss, some other babies. Also, let's go down here. These little cuttings down here. I used to have a ventricosa in here, but I took it out because it didn't do nothing. This little Gaia, I'm actually really happy with the way this looks and how it's slow growing. Because, you know, it's less work for me and it just looks nicer. Here's this Ventrata. This plant keeps drying out a lot, which makes me think it might need a repot soon. And I can replant a different, whatever, in there. I'm trying to put a Ventricosa Gaia Ventrata in here because this is my like first 3 plants. But this tray is actually really nice if you want to do that. Just make sure if you do this, and you're growing them inside, you have the same kind of plant, like lowland, highland, intermediate. But I would really recommend Gaia or another really slow growing plant because it's a lot less work on you. And it looks, because like there's little bits of moss in here. And if you keep it damp enough, the moss is going to go crazy and it's going to look really cool. So like there's even a little bit of nectar. Yeah. Berbigiae Maxima Taligensis. I mean, it's doing this thing where it's like, it's not a basil shoot. There's no basils on it. There's just a big mound of like star moss, I think that's what it's called. Let's give me these like little tiny pictures. They don't matter. They're just cutting off and going different, which is good for cuttings whenever they get mature. But like, I mean, yeah, I need spares of this plant because I have pretty much spares of everything except for Rafflegiana and Berbigiae Mira, I believe. But you know, it got sunburnt really bad during the summertime because I did not have any shade cloth, and it was just right here where it was getting blasted with sunlight, and it did not like that. Here's the big Ampullaria ventricosa. See, this plant's doing the same thing that the Rafflegiana is doing. It's like main growth kind of died. Like the very first growth it died off, but now it's starting to come back. It's giving me a little basil shoot in there even. So, you know, there's some good, there's some bad, but I'm not expecting to see a picture on this plant for a long time, which I was really bummed about because I was super excited. But the really curled leaf and yeah. So also the outdoor perennials like the fly traps and the Sarracenia, they're in my garage. So I might do a video on those soon, or maybe this spring. Because in the spring I'll move them out here, or I'll put them down there where it gets pretty cold, but they also get light, so they don't get like immediately blasted with sun after being in the dark garage. Because it's really cold outside. And also, what I do in here is I take this little heater and I fill this up with warm water. I go inside and I get warm water and I put it in a watering can. I just get it from the sink. And what I do is I keep those on. I light 2 tea lights per pot. It actually looks really nice in here at nighttime, but it just provides some warmth. And I got a little bit of bubble wrap. I have extra bubble wrap if I need it, but I don't think that'll be, it's fine for right now. But if we're getting like 10 degrees, 9 degrees, and yeah, we're gonna have to fix some stuff. But yeah. Also, another thing, if you get one of these greenhouses and you want to do something with like tropical plants and you live in a climate like me, just at the bottom here, see, it's ice, like straight ice. See, look, it even looks like a wobble. So at the bottom, it's gonna be frozen, but at the top up here, see, it's almost 60 degrees. And the lowest it ever had been in here was whenever I forgot to turn on the heater that one day, so it got down to freezing, which was like a month ago. So don't be worried. Just keep one of these. This is a Govee hydrometer thermometer. I also have, it was like a little bit meter in the back corner there, but this is the other part to it that has the second reading. That's the out. So that's measuring 60 degrees. Over here it's measuring like 52 degrees. The reason why it's messed up is because we had a bunch of rain just pour in and it kind of messed up the thing right here. But you can download an app and see what temperature it is on your phone, so just in case this goes out. But I don't do that because I'm always going somewhere and it's Bluetooth, and every time you have to come back and reconnect it. So I'll only do that in like really very desperate situations. So yeah, here's your first ever greenhouse tour of 2025. I hope this year's gonna be great. See you.